have the macOS 11.3 beta one changes and features. I know you're not much of a Mac, Joe. So what do you since you've been talking to me a lot, what do you think about Mac? And
Mm.
what do you think needs to be advanced onto the Mac world? Since
Hmm.
you're a Windows person.
Hmm. Um, I think Mac needs to allow more, um, allow more freedom to bring in more apps. You know, like download things. Let the consumer take the risk as to whether that thing's going to be malicious or not. You know, don't like necessarily have to screen everything. There's so many programs that I've downloaded that I've like depending on what website I'm downloading it from, I trust. You know, and I don't know. You've downloaded tons of stuff, right?
Oh
But
man, I
at the same time though, it takes, doesn't it? Usually, sometimes for some programs, it's like, well, okay, I have programs that I can't download because it's not a Mac, right?
right.
But I think it leans more where there's more programs that you can't download because you're a Mac.
Correct. Correct.
And
It's a lot of
it used to be hard for like video games. They were like, oh, we're not going to like port a lot of video games to Mac, but they've kind of
correct.
changed that.
Yeah, that has changed. It has revolutionized a lot. Apple has
Hmm.
been lenient, nice enough and lenient to allow this change.
Yeah.
So
So
let's go into the top. Let's go more
about the
into
features.
let's go because now this has this version of Mac 11.3 Big Sur has some changes coming in.
Yeah, it looks a lot of about tapping, swiping, dragging. A lot of cool
Correct.
finger input.
Oh,
Yeah, and just interacting with games that way.
correct. Also here, iPads running on the M1 chip on the M1 Max gain the preference tab. Gain access to the preference menu when clicking the name of the application. The menu bar touch alternatives, which has previously a standalone option under the app's name in the menu bar, has been relocated under the preferences. Do you think this was a good idea, Joe, for them to actually add that feature?
I think so. You have more day to day use with it. What do you think?
Not too much. I feel like they just added something else, but might could have been made it easier. I haven't seen 11.3 yet, but I just know that it says here too. You just enable touch alternative to interact with the iOS app by tapping, swiping, dragging, and using multi-touch gestures, substituting pointer input for finger input. So it because
Hmm.
since they've done a lot of merging between Macs and iPads and the tablets, they've done a merger on the
Hmm.
application. It seems like it could be a very well benefit to these companies, to
Yeah.
this company, to actually be able to use multi-touch gestures and stuff like that. Like our phones. I don't know if you knew that our phones actually have multi-touch gestures.
Yeah. Were there, how many products did Apple have that? How many laptops or desktops did they have this? Did they have touch? Did you
Oh,
know of it? Did you know of any?
laptops don't. There's none for laptop use.
So they're way behind the times, actually.
Correct. They only have iPads, but here's the but. The iPads can now actually connect to your iMac or your MacBook and actually use it as a touch almost touchscreen,
Oh, I see.
or
That's
use it
cool.
or either a touchscreen or use it as an extended screen.
Interesting. I wonder if Windows does that. Maybe not.
I don't know. Never seen it on
Look,
Windows.
somebody tell us, does Windows offer that feature? If okay, that was pretty cool what you mentioned about like combining everything, but it does feel like the Mac world is a little bit, closed off, and then it takes like you're like they're finally allowing touchscreens on your desktop, and you're like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It just feels like they're like 5 years like they're finally giving you something, and it's like they've invented it for the first time.
Correct. So
Does it feel like that?
I'm kind of wondering if this is going to be fully functional on on the extended screen, or is it just completely just for iPads? I'm kind of curious on that because I know they do touch, but even when they do the extended screen, it's still touch, but I don't know if you can use it the full touch on it. So I'm kind of wanting. There's still some questions on this. There's not much information saying that. Oh yeah, we're making it full touch. Or what we have, because Mac, like you said, Joe, Mac has never had a release a touch computer, as to what I know of.
And I wouldn't pay for one. I have a family member that uses one a lot, and I can see the benefit for some people, but for me, my screens would be far dirtier than they are right now if I had to use my oily finger on the screen all the time, or if I wanted to, even if I wanted to put my oily finger on the screen, I don't have the purpose. You know, like if I use my laptop, or I guess I use a tablet sometimes, but I usually use a laptop more than I use a tablet. And I'm perfectly okay using my finger on the touchpad and not putting it on the screen. So, yeah.
Well,
I don't know. Maybe that's why they took forever to do it. They thought like their users really didn't, want to.
Well, and the next feature they added is the iPad app window size changes. You cannot, although you cannot manually adjust the window size of the iOS apps running on the Macs, but the default window size has been made to be larger based on the screen resolution. What do you think of that, Joe?
That's cool.
In your opinion?
That's cool.
I think this is a lot better than what it was.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you always want like apps bigger and to be able to see things. And I'm not sure if it's customizable where you can make it smaller and bigger, but
it just says here it'll be based on your screen resolution so far.
Oh, okay. Yeah, which is good because that means it's a scaling HUD. Then like it's good.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's terrible when you don't have support for scaling.
Yeah.
Like I got my 4K monitor. They put the resolution as 150%. You're not like watching it in 100%. You have to scale all the icons up because it's too small. I guess it's a 27-inch. So yeah, I should try. I'm gonna go back to doing that for a day. Put it back at 100% and see if I can see the apps. The names and everything. I'm kind of upset. I play League of Legends, and they haven't like fixed the cursor for 4K. So my cursor is smaller, and so I like misclick, and I don't get as many kills as I do. But sometimes I like the champions where I can really like stop. But sometimes that cursor goes the wrong way because the HUD doesn't scale to 4K. So anybody who can scale their app for higher resolutions, you're gonna be pleasing more high-paying customers, and then it'll trickle down. And then also, what was the other thing about? Apps. Like I've been kind of vocal with you about this, right? Newer and what was the other one? Oh, it's another light company. It starts with a G. Do you know what I'm talking about? Oh, I can't remember the moment right now. Oh, GVM? Yeah, GVM. GVM and Newer. I love Newer lights that I just bought because they let me control on the outside. But I'm still having difficulties with their app trying to connect to my lights. And what I'm saying is people who create apps have to make it they have to make them foolproof. Do you know what I mean? Like It should be working like flawlessly. Like if an app doesn't work well, it's not worth anything.
Yeah.
And my point was that what was it? Just going back to like customer service, just making sure that like things work coherently.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
also going to the next feature is the stereo paired HomePods as default global sound output. What do you think of that? That they added that. Now it could function as the default global sound output for the Mac. Previously in Mac OS global sound settings, a Mac would see HomePod stereo pair as two separate devices.
I guess I don't have an opinion on that one.
I don't.
What do
I
you
don't
think?
either. I don't either because I'm not. I've never really hooked up speakers to my computer in forever, man. Or anything like wireless or anything, man. Never really. I've always used headphones.
Yeah, so somebody else can tell us what their opinion on this is.
Yeah, I would like to hear that from you guys. Feel
But
free,
yeah,
guys.
looks like Apple's doing a lot of changes though.
Correct. Like here's another thing is they made a made for you in Apple Music. Like the iOS 14.5 update, the stock music app features a new made for your section in the music library. The new section houses the chill mix, favorite mix, and the new music mix playlist normally found under the listen now section.
Mm-hmm.
Not it doesn't seem like they made much change to that one, Joe. It seems like they just added the new a section just made for you. Like your interest. That's what it seems like it. Like all they did.
Yeah, and Windows users would have said, "Well, that you just made a playlist," and that's old news. I'm not sure if you can make playlists in Mac, but we've been making playlists since like 2000 or something. 20 years old technology of making playlists on the computer. So I jest. I'm not sure. Again, I'm ignorant about Macs. I should. Yeah. I keep saying I'm going to buy a cheap Mac, but I'm sorry. I kind of just don't think it's worth it me buying one.
Yeah, man. It's up to you. It's always your call. It's always your call.
Yeah. If somebody wants to donate, maybe I should. Yeah, go find just find like a relic.
Don't go too old, man. Don't go too old.
Just something that I like. Just play around with, like just tinker.
Okay. Next thing is that they redesigned the News Plus tab in the macOS 11.3 beta ships with an update News Plus tab under the Apple News app. This update News Plus tab defaults to a new My Magazine section featuring slightly larger cover art for the magazines that you're currently reading. In addition, it simplifies the layout, features just 3 additional sections for downloaded newspaper and catalogs. What do you think about that, Joe? I don't know if you're too much into reading newspapers or catalogs. Mm-hmm. Do you think this would be beneficial to the reader if they're reading an article or something?
Google search.
Google search.
Yeah, that's my news, right? Or actually, I watch TV too, like Channel 5 and 4 and stuff. ABC, NBC. But what's your opinion?
I'm not a reader at all, so I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, I'm not. But
so you watch your news?
I watch my news on. I'd rather watch it than read it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you guys do have opinions, feel free to comment down below, and we'll respond to you guys on your responses, and maybe we could have a little debate in the comment section. That'd be fun. What do you think, Joe?
Yeah. In defense of people who like watching TV for their news, like you and me, it's a little bit more exciting.
Exactly.
You get a little bit more feisty. People get feisty on TV, back and forth with their opinions sometimes, depending what the news is, right? And written text doesn't always provide that, Like,
correct.
It depends on what kind of topic you're looking for. Yeah. And yeah, I guess I don't like. I guess when I go for news, I wanna search for it. I want to go to Google News and then see what's trending or not trending, or I don't know. What do you think?
I have no comment. I just watch it on TV. I don't have no opinion on it.
Do you seek it out, or just it finds you?
It finds me.
Yeah.
It just finds me. Everything just finds me.
Do you watch any talk shows or no? Like,
I'm just, when I'm bored, I'm just like channel surfing, and I'm like, oh look, that's where it is. Let's just watch that. And I'll sit there and watch it. Or if it's like news time, and I'll just sit there and then I'm about to change the channel. And the news says, "Oh, you got this going on." I'm like, ooh, put the remote down, listen, and that's how I get caught. I get caught, Even not only that, I get caught by also news feeds on YouTube, on my Google. It says, "Oh yeah, news bulletin for this." I don't read it. I go look it up on YouTube. And I'd rather watch what happened to the news article than actually read the whole article.
Mm-hmm.
I could get more news. I could get more news faster watching the video than reading it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're the same way.
Yeah, mostly. Yeah.
We have another feature, and this I do like. I really, really do like this new feature. This other feature. It's updated reminders app sorting options. While the iOS 14.5 received the ability to sort lists on iPhone and iPad, macOS 11.3 betas first reminders update features enhances to the already existing sorting options. 11.3 users can now right-click directly on a list to expose sorting options instead of having to venture to the view menu of the menu bar. What do you think of that, Joe? Like, now you can sort options.
Yeah. Welcome to the world of PC. It's the theme of today. Welcome to the world of PC.
I've never had to I've never had to create a playlist. Create that many schedules on my PC ever. I've done it on my phone, but I don't think I could sort it out on my Android.
That's true. I've always thought I was going to put some scheduling on the PC, but I never decided to do that. Always use like a calendar and other things.
I thought I've never done scheduling, sorting, but be my guest. If you want to add scheduling to it, hey, add it, because a lot of people you probably use it, man. If you're one of those people out there, guys, if you see this video, go ahead and let us know, what do you think about that updating the sort on the reminders, sorting them up. What do you think about that? Let us know. Feel free. It doesn't hurt to ask, to respond to us. And also, I don't know if I don't use Safari, and I don't think you use Safari. I don't know if you do. They've actually have extensions upcoming, so at least now they'll be able to use extensions like Google Chrome. I think they're actually finally allowing this compared to what they had before, because they weren't allowed to use it. Because I don't remember ever having seen that there. It just says here, brought forth a more customized Safari new Windows page with the ability to toggle various sections like Siri suggestions, reading list, iCloud tabs, etc. Users can even go as far as customize a new page background image. The update to Safari on Mac OS 11.3 Beta 1 will soon let users take this customization to the next level. By leveraging extensions, Safari on Mac OS 11.3 will let you customize and override new windows or tab pages even further and beyond. The update will let developers add various features or even brand new styles to their new window or new tab page. What do you think of all this?
That's cool. That's cool.
I think this is something that should have happened like a few years ago. Chrome has been doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chrome's already expanded a lot on the App Store.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Yeah, I like using just like, oh my gosh, I have so many like saved websites on Opera, and then some websites don't work well, so I have to have like, I have like Chrome, I have Avast, Edge, Firefox. You never know what what browser is going to save you in a pinch. So yeah, I mean, download tons of different browsers, because you might find that one browser has some features that you're like, whoa, where was I when I only stuck with one browser and I never experienced another browser?
Correct.
You know, because I was in love with like Firefox for years and years until I found Opera. You know, so it's like
I used to be a heavy supporter for Google Chrome and Firefox. I got away from them because it slowed down my PC so horribly. But now, after all these updates that they made changes, it actually performed very well on my computer.
Mm-hmm.
After all these updates, so I went back to Chrome. So, but I've tried using. I'm not gonna lie. I've tried using Safari. I can't get into it. I'm sorry. Safari and Apple for that. I can't.
So Safari is with Apple.
Yeah. I think you could actually download it on Windows as well.
Well, I'm googling it right now, and Safari. I thought Safari used to be able to be downloaded by a PC, but maybe it was always. I don't know. Maybe they bought them up and then you can't do it anymore. But I will look into it. If I can, I will try to download Safari just to be part of the experience. I do want to say, Renee, that I looked back since we were talking about like being able to sort things.
Yeah.
I just discovered something more amazing about the PC. I went to Documents and I did right click and it shows you like, let's see, where is it? Sort. Sorry, I had it. Apologize. I don't see it at the moment. Where was it? So you do sort and then it shows like an option of like many other things you can do. And it's like practically 100 different types of sort functions you want. And so I just added to my computer date created because that's something that I've been looking for forever. Because you're like, when did I create that? Like, you know, I don't want to know like when it was like last modified. That's useful, but created is more useful than modified.
Correct.
So yeah, I'll have to show you that later. But like, it's a list of like 100 different ways you want to. If you want to sort on PC, it's endless.
Oh man,
we'll give you more than 5 or 6 options.
Whew. Okay, the last feature that Mac has they're going to be adding is the Apple Support app and sending feedback. In addition to the update support menu, Apple is planning on bringing the Apple Support app to the Mac. The Apple Support app, which is currently only available for the iPhone, iPad, lets users contact Apple Support, run direct on devices diagnostics, and initiate repairs without needing to open the Apple website or call Apple Care support. Reps are on the phone. And the feedback, it's a small change, but the feedback assistant app has been updated with a cute little smiley glyph upon submitting a bug report to Apple. What do you think about that, Joe? I know Windows don't have this feature. Windows don't have a contact support. So what do you think about this right here?
We now have an AI diagnostic that is very, it's very, very slow. Like, it's a recent change, and I wish they would go back to the way it was before, where it actually like did a lot of searching for you. Now it wants to have a conversation with you, and I'm like, just solve my problem. And now it's just like, now I'm like, okay, every time I look for the old way, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm running into this AI. I better go Google search it instead of trying to communicate with this AI. So yeah, that's good.
You're talking about PC here, guys.
No, I know PC. Yeah, so this is cool that the Mac allows you to contact, actual. Hopefully, you get a human being and not a AI. They're making it look like you're contacting the person, but it's actually an AI.
Oh man, but they do have the best support. I'm not gonna lie. I have called customer care, and they've helped me fix my Mac.
I would think so for the price that they charge you. Customer service should be number one.
Oh man, they are the number one, man. They are. Even my iMac is a 2012, and they even supported my 2012 Mac, and helped me fix it.
That's good of them. They want you Apple for life. That's good. Very good marketing.
Oh man, for that price,
always help a customer out.
Yeah. I,
You know?
I appreciate that. Even the in-store people, they actually help out a lot. They give you the best advice, best tips, and they give you the best training too.
Yeah. So
I don't know if you knew
yeah.
that. If you buy a Mac, Joe, you could actually go to the Apple store and actually schedule a training on how to use a Mac.
Oh,
I don't know if you
cool.
knew that.
Cool.
So if you're interested in buying a Mac, you could buy a Mac and then go to a training in 101.
Cool.
Or you could just watch all my videos.
You think if I bought a PC or a Mac and I just started asking Walmart like every question, like, how do you open a browser? How do you delete a file? And I don't leave for like hours, and they're like, go watch YouTube. Oh, there would be some customers that would do that, you know? They're like,
Oh, you should tell me about it.
you know, I mean, they just don't know enough about computers, you know? And they're the ones that, actually need the time. So support your customers.
I've actually been at Best Buy. I've actually helped out somebody, a customer. A Best Buy employee was there helping out, and I'm the one that intervened and started talking. I took over the conversation one time.
Yeah, before the global problem, I was that kind of person too. I like to talk, you know? But now I just avoid everybody. Like, people are having a conversation, I'm like, oh, there's one thing I want to say, but I'm sorry. I'm just not going to do that right now. I don't feel good. I don't like wearing everything I have to do to stay safe, you know? I don't like being out. I just go out and I come back in. So that's cool that you had that urge to help people out.
Oh, I have it all the time, man. Even just today, I just stopped doing that. I was like, I don't need to do help. That's what they're getting paid for. I'm not getting paid for it. So,
yeah. So if it's unless it's something like, oh man, I haven't talked to people in a while, you know.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Well,